I'm Josh with Skid Pro. Today we're going to take a look at our 4-in-1 combination bucket. Robust durability, optimal visibility, strong hydraulics, and some special features make this one of the top performing 4-in-1 combination buckets in the industry. I think a fair place to start before we get into the details is why. Why do I need a 4-in-1 bucket instead of a regular dirt bucket? It's a question we get a lot here. Well, our answer is simple. Better productivity and less operating costs in most situations. You're able to do more with less. Less attachment changeouts, less attachments on the job site, less costly resources tied up in equipment. You can bucket, doze, scrape, level, spread, grapple. There's no need for a tooth bucket and a smooth bucket on every job site. You can have a toothed edge or a pin-on teeth. You have a lot of different options and versatility. But I think the most telling thing is with the customers we talk to, and we talk to tens of thousands throughout the year, the guys that kind of cast this aside are the guys that have never tried it. They've just done a straight dirt bucket. Whereas the guys that own a 4-in-1 and have tried them never go back to a traditional bucket. So I do think that plays more weight into the situation than anything we could say. Speaking of weight, that's usually a good indication of quality build. Our 84-inch tips the scales at over 1,000 pounds operating weight. That shows how robust the build is. And steel is steel. This unit is built really well, and it's able to handle extreme working environments. Where does the weight come from? Well, it starts with the main frame tube steel. That's kind of the backbone of this bucket. It's a 4x5-inch thick-walled square tubing top and at the midpoint on this bucket. That gives a lot of structural rigidity. Of course, that's really important for breakout force on any bucket, but it's even more critical on a combo bucket because the combo bucket opens. So there's a lot more torque that can be put on the clam top or even the back dozer when there's no additional support that a normal bucket would have. Then we look at the heavy-duty dozer portion of this unit. That's kind of the whole backing down to the bolt-on dozer. Both the main frame and the bottom are gusseted heavy and tied into those big 4x5-inch backbone square tubing. Additionally, we have ties right on the top of the bucket. That usually keeps the attach plate lip in with the top frame. We do that with a unique way on this unit with an extra large, extra tall step. Not only does that give the strength from attach plate to frame of the bucket, but it gives added operator safety and convenience. They're tall steps so they can take a lot of dirt to fall through and always be clean, safe, secure place to step. Our 4-in-1 combo bucket also utilizes a full 1/2-inch thick wrapper. That's almost double many other buckets on the market. That helps tie into that mainframe square tubing for that ultimate durability that we've talked about. The dozer blade itself, you can see, has a bolt-on replaceable edge. It does a couple things. One, it's a replaceable high carbon steel cutting edge. It's also bolt-on reversible. So after you wear the bottom, you can flip it around and you get 2 edges in one. Also, with the bolt-on, compared to a traditional welded dozer edge, you're going to have tighter gap closing as well, which is a benefit when you're carrying thinner materials. Second, we look at the bucket clam itself, this front bottom portion. You can see it has a rise. It's almost like a boxed steel design, and that gives added strength and rigidity. Again, when you're using it as a grapple or you're back dragging and then you're clamping that together, there can be a lot of stress on that bottom clam that needs to be built tough. That's why we utilize that design. The Clam also utilizes a weld-in cutting edge up front and a back bottom wear bar where it meets the dozer cutting edge, again for more durability and structural strength. When it comes to the grapple portion and we open this up, we can see we've got serrated grapple tines. There's 5 serrated overlapping points, top and bottom. That helps enhance the grapple's gripping ability and secures the debris load. What powers that clamping force? That would be 2.5-inch ram, 1.5-inch rod with 1.25-inch pivot pins. All pivot locations are greasable for added durability and longevity. We also gusset and reinforce the top portion of this clam where it ties in to the pivot pin. Our cylinders are protected on all 3 sides. The cylinder faces in, so all the fittings are protected on 3 sides to keep debris out and to reduce downtime and hose breakage. Additionally, we have protected hose routing that runs through the middle portion of this bucket. It is fully covered and protected. Again, uptime on the job site is absolutely critical. We want to keep you working, not looking at parts and fixing. When it comes to options on the bucket, it's pretty straightforward. We have bolt-on reversible cutting edges, bolt-on teeth, a multitude of options depending on the style and what the job site requires. So again, I lean on customers that have used this bucket, always come back to this bucket. Do yourself a favor and look into this 4-in-1 combination bucket. It's built rugged, it's built for the long haul. It will give you added versatility and I believe lower costs on the job site. For more information on this and any of our attachments, visit us online at www.skidpro.com or call a product guru 877-378-4642.